Cardinals fan 1990. First in the live chat, you got your entry. I'll be putting your entry into my wheel of names for the month of June drawing for the 6 cards that will be given away. I had to make a slight adjustment there, but we will be getting you in. Let me put you in right now, because you might be the only entrant today that chimes in at 10:17. First in the live chat for your free entry into the June giveaway. I think you're gonna, yep, you should be the first one, because my computer says it is 10:18 now. So you are the first one to chime in early today. Cardinals fan, 1990. And now I've got you on my wheel of names. Let me go ahead and save the file so that your entry will be locked in for the 4,000 watch hours year-long monthly giveaways for June 2020. Boom. All right. So we've got you included there. NCC Baseball is in the house. How you doing there, NCC? Nice to have you pop into the live stream today. In case you did notice, as one of our local radio shows that I listen to and stuff, when they have some breaking news or something that takes place that shouldn't happen, we get a little, they do it a little bit differently, but I'm going to go, stop the show. No, just a little bit of an update. Last week when I did the 1963 Hall of Fame inductees, I was in error. My settings, when I did my search for my information and stuff, unfortunately, I thought there was going to be only one this week too, and then I realized, oh man, it's only choosing the St. Louis Cardinals. And it's partially probably my fault, because I was searching for some other things when I was doing one of my Patreon packages to get Love the Stars and Stripes box. Such a nice set. Yes, it is. And I'm doing something a little bit special for my up-and-coming mystery packs, provided I can sell out on my last 5 of my preview mystery packs. I will be featuring the USA Baseball Stars and Stripes Panini 2020 product in my new round of mystery packs. And if we sell out on these final 5 mystery packs, I will be devoting tomorrow's stream to trying to sell the last 5 mystery packs. See if we can get some people to come in and buy that. And Chuck Carter's Eats, how you doing? It's been a while. I've been watching some of your videos. I will apologize, I have not been commenting, but I do pop into your stream on occasions. But thanks for popping in there, Carter's Eat. I'm just still plugging away at all my baseball card videos and my content, my history of baseball. But thanks, Carter's Eat, for popping into the stream. HWY friend. Oh, how are you, friend? Is that, I'm thinking that's what you're saying there. How are you? How are you, friend? I am doing well. And Chuck, thanks for popping into the stream yourself. But yeah, so in error, what I did last week, I'll show you real quick. All I did was Elmer Flick. I only did Elmer Flick last week, so this is my redemption historical video here for my series, because I want to make sure I get it all right. So we will be doing and highlighting the 1963 Hall of Famers and the 1962 Hall of Famers in this video series, just so you do know. And then we will be opening up this box of 2020 baseball, USA Baseball Stars and Stripes Panini product. There will be 35 cards in the box. There's 5 cards per pack and 7 packs in the box. It does say you'll find either 2 autographs or memorabilia cards per box on average. So we'll see what we pull out of there. Congrats on my 1K. Yeah, I've been at 1K since January. And then I did get monetized right around the 1K mark and got everything approved through YouTube to be monetized. So I do appreciate the congratulations on the 1K there, Carter's Eat. But yeah, I remember back when I first started watching Lisa there and her channel. It was a fun ride trying to get more people to join my channel and items like that. I've gone as high as just over 1,100. Down a little bit lower again now. I believe I'm at right about 1,090 subscribers right now. Congrats. Thank you very much there, Lisa. Appreciate that very, very much. That's all we can do is chug away and work hard. Exactly. But oh my word, you don't know what you just did, Carter's Eat, but I do appreciate that. The little thumbs up emoji. But you just got entered into my monthly giveaway, and because it's a $3 emoji chat, you get 3 entries into my June free giveaway. And I believe I do have your address, but I will double check on that. Let me get your 3 entries into my monthly giveaway there, Lisa, along with Cardinals fan. There's entry 1, entry 2, entry 3. So you have 3 entries into my month of June giveaway. If you end up winning there, Lisa, I'll reach out to you. I could send you the 6 baseball cards that I'm giving away, or I can come up with some type of mutual agreement to give you another gift in lieu of that. But you now earned, as to my rules on my channel, 3 entries into my monthly giveaway. And right at 10:30 here, we will get into our content for today. I always try to jump in a little bit early and get people into what we're going to do on the channel. I do not have any family mail call packages today. It's funny, on my phone the chat says, because I can't see the emoji, but it says a $3 super chat from Carter's Eat. It's a pair character stretching his arm forward and raising his thumb up. So in honor of that, don't forget to give me my thumbs up in the chat. Appreciate that, Lisa. Appreciate that super chat very much. Oh, I think I did it, didn't I? That's my super chat bell. I know Lisa, when she gets her super chats on her channel and stuff. Oops, sorry for hitting my cord on my phone here. She will do other things on her live streams when she gets super chats. She'll do a little super chat dance and stuff. But mine is the bell ringer here. You can probably see my bell right here. I just reach over, and for every dollar I ring it. So the higher the dollar amount, the more bell ringing that takes place on the channel. So, but I do appreciate that, Lisa. Cute. All right. So we've got about 4 more minutes here before we get into our content at iSalsa. Haha, you remember? Yeah, of course I remember. I have been following your channel for quite some time now, Lisa, and I do appreciate the type of content that you do. She's kind of like one of those mukbang. I think that's what they call their group and stuff. It's just like Marco's Eats. and different channels like that. They do the where they share their cooking recipes. They do their cooking and recipe challenges. But their type of content is awesome too. But she also is a Christian like me, and she does share scripture on her channel sometimes on her live streams, and she just does words of encouragement. And I really do appreciate your content on your channel, Lisa, and everything that you and your group do also. Okay? So she's not so much a baseball person, but she does like baseball. I believe her and her husband. So she is familiar with baseball, and she really appreciates what I do. And then I believe she knows too that I do a daily posting on my channel, reading God's Word throughout this year. We're in the book of Psalms, but I started in Genesis, and we'll be going all the way till the end of the year to the book of Revelation. So right now we're in the Old Testament in the book of Psalms in my daily uploads. They upload at 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which makes it 8 a.m. every morning for the East Coasters. So depending on what time zone you're on, that's when my content goes up there. But I appreciate that very much there, Lisa, for popping into the stream here. That's right, Christian food and love, also sports. But love the world. Love the word. Sorry. Yes. So other than that, that's pretty much our content. What we will be doing today, it's my 1963 part 2, which is redeeming myself for last week, just on the one Hall of Famer when it should have been 4. So I will be doing Frick one more time this week to get all 8 of the Hall of Famers in, for 4 for 1963 and 4 for 1962. If you look in the description of this video, you'll see all the 8 players that I'm going to highlight today in today's history lesson. And then, of course, we'll open up this 2020 Blaster box of USA Baseball Stars and Stripes Panini product with 35 cards in the box. So without further ado, we've got about 1 minute to go here. And then as soon as we hit the 10:30 mark, I'll refresh the chat and get into our history lesson at hand. Okay? So as soon as everything says that, right now my computer says we've got I think 4 people watching, which is fine. If there was just one person watching or no people watching, I'm still going to create my content. So that is what we do on the channel here. It does say, okay, 4 people watching. We do have 10:30, so I'm going to refresh my live chat so I know where I left off on my chat interaction. And between either 1 or 2 or a couple of my bios for the Hall of Fame inductees that are on the docket for today, I will pop in the chat and catch up on the chat. Okay? But we're going to get ready here, and we're going to go with John Clarkson. John Clarkson is our first inductee, and then we'll get into Elmer Flick, Sam Rice, and Eppa Rixey. Okay? So without further ado, I'm going to get into our content at hand so we can progress through the content that I have scheduled for today. So John Clarkson. All right, I'll put him like I normally do, right in the center spot here. Okay. And let's see. I'm going to, since this is what I got to try and pull him forward here so you know who is in the spotlight currently for the biography, okay? So John Gibson Clarkson, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1963. His primary team was the Boston Braves, and his primary position was a pitcher. So John Clarkson's pitching statistics belong to his era. His ERA, baseball's infancy during the 1880s. His dominance on the mound, however, has stood the test of time. Born July 1st, 1861 in Cambridge, Massachusetts, Clarkson began his big league journey at the age of 20 with the Worcester Ruby Legs of the National League. After only 3 games, however, Shoulder problems forced the 5'10", 155-pound right-hander back home to Cambridge. 2 years later, Clarkson emerged from the minors with Cap Anson's Chicago White Stockings, this time thanks to a strong curveball and a unique drop that would now be called a sinker. Clarkson found regular work, posting a 10-3 record in 14 games. The next year, in 1885, Clarkson improved his win total by 43 games, winning an astounding 53 contests against only 16 losses. He completed 68 of the 70 games he started, logged 623 innings pitched, and struck out 308 batters and pitched a no-hitter against the Province Grays on July 27, 1885. He went 36-17 in 1886, then led the National League in victories for a second time in 1887 with a mark of 38-21. I have stood behind him day in and day out and watched his magnificent control, said White Stockings second baseman Fred Pfeffer. I believe he could put a ball where he wanted it 9 times out of 10. Apparently, other clubs in the National League believe Pfeffer's assessment. Before the 1888 season, Clarkson was sold to the Boston Beaneaters for the then astronomical sum of $10,000. He spent the next 4 full seasons in Boston, averaging better than 35 wins per season. In 1889, he went 49-19 with a league best 2.73 earned run average and 620 innings of work. The Beaneaters released Clarkson midway through his 1892 season, but he hooked on with the Cleveland Spiders for another 3 years before retiring after the 1894 season. His final totals: 328 wins and 178 loss record, a 2.81 ERA, and 485 complete games in 518 starts. For 8 seasons from 1885 through 1892, Clarkson averaged better than 36 victories per year. Clarkson had 2 brothers, Dad Clarkson and Walter Clarkson, who also pitched in the big leagues. Clarkson passed away on February 4th, 1909, and he was elected into the Hall of Fame in 1963. I faced him in scores of games, and I can truthfully say that I never in all that time did I get a pitch that came where I expected it or in the way in which I guessed it was coming, said Sam Thompson. All right, his career stats and career at a glance. He did play in 531 games, gave up 4,295 hits, 2,384 runs, 4,536.1 innings pitched, 382 wins, 178 losses, a 648 winning percentage, and started in 518 games. He had an ERA of 2.81. Complete games, 485, 37 shutouts. He had a whip of 1.209. He had 5 saves in his career. Earned runs, 1,417 he gave up. He gave up 1,191 walks and had 1,978 strikeouts. The teams he played for in his career: the Worcester Ruby Legs in 1882, the Chicago White Stockings in 1884 through 1887, the Boston Braves in 1888 through 1892, and the Cleveland Spiders from 1892 to 1894. So there we have it, our first inductee for 1963, John Clarkson. Okay, next up, and I'll just go through his quick. I won't do maybe so much the recap at the end for Elmer Flick, since I did do him last week. And actually, I believe I did his extended biography, because I was thinking it was just one. So I guess we could label that as like a Hall of Fame induction last week, and a biography I think I might have listed it under biography because I did his biography too. That is one of my other scheduled streams. So on Tuesdays I do player biographies. On Wednesdays I do Topps baseball card sets. On Thursdays I do team histories. Friday, of course, is my Hall of Fame Fridays. And then my Saturday live stream is kind of up in the air as far as what I do. Just to give you a quick heads up, tomorrow I will be probably doing my live stream in the early afternoon. Might be about sometime between 1 and 2 p.m. Just so you are aware of that. I've got a men's father-son breakfast to attend at our church tomorrow morning. So we're having a father-son breakfast at our church. So that's why I won't be, and it starts at 9 o'clock. So probably by the time I get done, get back, and get things set up for my stream tomorrow. Again, primarily I'll go over it in a little bit, what our plans are for tomorrow. So let me do a refresh on the chat here. Carter's Eat said, great facts. Kids are moving a lot. Thank you for having me. Oh, that's not a problem. I think Lisa might be gone already. But we will get into now our next player. Let me bring Elmer up front and center here and go through his biography really quick again. Elmer Flick. Elmer Harrison Flick, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1963. His primary team, of course, the Cleveland Indians, and primary position is a right fielder. So in 1891, a 15-year-old Elmer Flick went down to the train station to give his hometown semi-professional baseball team in Bedford, Ohio, a send-off. When the train was ready to leave and only 8 players present, someone asked the youngster to join them. Despite being barefoot, Flick jumped at the opportunity and a Hall of Fame career began. Born on January 11, 1876 in Bedford, Flick starred as a catcher for his high school team, but didn't join real organized baseball until he made his debut with the team in Youngstown, Ohio in 1896. My first game for Youngstown, I hit a 9th inning homer with 1 on to win 2-1, said Flick. That's when they first started to call me Elmer Flick, the demon of the stick. After one more season in the minors, Flick was brought up to the Phillies in 1898, but was largely expected to come off the bench because of Philadelphia's veteran outfield. Flick is going to make the outfielders hustle to hold their positions, and Francis Richer, a Philadelphia writer, he is the fastest and most promising youngster the Phillies have ever had. On April 26, future Hall of Fame outfielder Sam Thompson went down with an injury. Flick entered the game, recorded 2 hits, and began his 13-year career. In 4 full seasons with the Phillies, Flick hit .338 with a career best of .367 in 1900. Following the 1901 season, Flick was one of several National League players who jumped to the year-old American League. He appeared in 11 games for the Philadelphia Athletics that spring, but was prohibited from playing any more when the Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruled that any player under contract to the Phillies would not play for another team. Flick, however, along with teammate and future Hall of Famer Nat LaJoie, circumvented the order by signing with the American League's Cleveland Naps. The court order could not be enforced outside of Pennsylvania, so Flick and LaJoie, or LaJoie, depending on how you say it, were eligible to play for the Naps except when Cleveland traveled to Philadelphia. During those games, Flick and LaJoie took a paid vacation. Flick played the rest of his career in Cleveland, where he had led the league in stolen bases twice and triples 3 times. He also won the batting title in 1905. Illness slowed Flick's career from 1908 to 1910, and he played his last 2 seasons of professional ball in Toledo, Ohio, in 1911 and 1912. He finished his major league career with 1,752 hits, 268 doubles, 164 triples, and 330 stolen bases. Flick was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1963. At 87 years old at the time of his election. Flick became the oldest living player to earn enshrinement in Cooperstown. Flick passed away on January 9th, 1971. Okay, so that was our second Hall of Famer. Again, if you do want a more in-depth for him, go back to my last Friday video and you will see his not only his Hall of Fame induction, but I am almost pretty positive I did his biography also. So you got a little extended edition last week because it was an error on my part. So without further ado, I'm going to go on to our third Hall of Famer for 1963, who was Sam Rice. Sam Rice is our third out of the four Hall of Famers for 1963. And we will get into Sam Rice's biography. Cards in my car with our posada. Sorry I'm late, but I'm here. Hello, Don. Oh, no problem there. Our posada. I know you're probably working today and just tuning in to the chat and the live. Appreciate you being here. So again, we will get into now Sam Rice, his Hall of Fame induction. Let me get a sip of water real quick. Okay, so Sam Rice, Edgar Charles Rice is his full name, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1963. His primary team was the Washington Senators, and his primary position was a right fielder. Sam Rice didn't enter the majors until he was 25 years old. He started in the big leagues as a pitcher and developed into a great hitter with a .322 lifetime average, 2,987 total hits, and 6 seasons with more than 200 hits. After making a total of 9 appearances as a pitcher in 1915-1960, Rice switched to the outfield and batted .302 in his first full season in 1917. He hit better than 300 in 13 full seasons during his 20-year career. Rice was part of only 3 Washington Senators teams that ever won pennants, and he holds the franchise record for hits, doubles, triples, and runs scored. In 1920, Rice had 454 putouts, good for the American League record at the time. He All-American League outfielders. He led All-American League outfielders in putouts twice and assists once, and was among the league leaders in each category numerous times. He also topped the circuit in 1920 with 63 stolen bases and was ranked among the top 5 in that category for 8 consecutive seasons. Rice led the American League in hits in 1924, helped the Senators to their first pennant. They beat the New York Giants to become World Series champions. The following season, Washington once again won the pennant, but lost the Fall Classic in 7 games. In that World Series against the Pirates, Rice had a .364 average, 12 hits, 5 runs, and 3 RBIs. He had career highs in 1925 in batting average with .350 and hits with 227, while scoring 111 runs and totaling 87 RBIs. His 182 singles stood as the American League record until 1980. Nearing the end of his career in 1934, Rice signed with Cleveland and played 1 season with the Indians in 1934. In total, he played 543 games after turning 40, hitting .321, and he retired just 13 hits shy of the 3,000 mark, the closest any player has come to the 3,000 hit mark without reaching it. Rice was elected into the Hall of Fame in 1963, and he passed away on October 13, 1974. In personality, Rice is a great deal like Charlie Gehringer, steady, quite durable, and consistent, said Lee Allen. So his career stats and career at a glance: he played in 2,404 games, had 9,269 at-bats, 1,514 runs scored, 2,987 hits, 498 doubles, 184 triples. He had 34 home runs, 1,077 RBIs, 351 stolen bases, 708 walks, a career batting average of 322, an OPS of 801, an on-base percentage of 374, and a slugging percentage of 427. He played for two teams during his career, the Washington Senators from 1915 to 1933, and his last year he spent with the Cleveland Indians in 1934. So there we have it for 1963. Our third Hall of Famer. Now we will move into our last Hall of Famer on the docket for 1963, and that is Eppa Rixey, whose full name happens to be Eppa Rixey. Inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1963. His primary team was the Cincinnati Reds, and his primary position was a pitcher. Eppa Rixey was an atypical ball player for his era, coming to the big leagues from the University of Virginia after graduating in 1912 with a degree in chemistry. The left-hander's talents were spotted by National League umpire Cy Wrigley, who was a part of baseball and basketball staff at the university. Rixey played for both teams at UVA, and thanks to Wriggler's recommendation, Rixey was brought up to the Philadelphia Phillies in 1912 without ever having spent any time in the minor leagues. During the off-season, Rixey went back to school to get his master's degree in chemistry, also studying math and Latin. Rixey won 11 games in 1915, helping the Phillies win the National League pennant. However, after leaving baseball in 1918 to serve in World War I with the Chemical Warfare Division in Europe, Rixey struggled initially in his return, going 17-34 in 1919 through 1920, but a trade to the Cincinnati Reds on November 22, 1920 revived Rixey's career. The Phillies received Jimmy Ring and future Pro Football Hall of Fame coach Greasy Neal in the trade. Cincinnati got a future Hall of Famer as well. Starting in 1921, Rixey put together an 8-year stretch where he averaged 18 wins and 274 innings pitched, to go with a 3.12 ERA. He won 20 or more games in a season three times in those years, racking up 8 consecutive winning seasons. In 1921, Rixey allowed only one home run in the 301 innings pitched in 1922, and he led the league with 25 wins and a 313 and 1/3 innings pitched. After winning 19 games and working 291 and a third innings during his age 37 season, in 1928, Rixey transitioned into a spot starter and reliever between July 24th and August 28th, 1932. At the age of 41, Rixey worked 27 consecutive scoreless innings. Rixey retired with a career record of 266 wins and 251 losses over 21 seasons. He posted a 3.15 lifetime ERA and completed 290 games. Rixey's win total stood as the National League record for left-handed pitchers until Warren Spahn topped that in 1959. Rixey was elected to the Hall of Fame on January 27, 1963, and he passed away 1 month later on February 28, 1963. He was a fierce competitor and a hard loser. When he pitched, you didn't have to ask who won the game. All you had to do was look at the clubhouse later. If he lost, the place would look like a tornado had gone through it. Chairs would be broken up, tables knocked over, and equipment thrown around, said Clyde Suckforth. For his career stats and career at a glance, he played and pitched basically in 692 games. He gave up 4,633 hits, 1,986 runs, 4,494 and 2/3 innings pitched. He had an overall winning career of 266 wins, 251 losses, giving him a winning percentage of .515. He started in 554 games, 3.15 ERA, 290 complete games, 37 shutouts, a 1.272 whip, 14 saves, 1,572 earned runs given up, 1,082 walks, and 1,350 strikeouts. He played for the Philadelphia Phillies in 1912 to 1917. He then, of course, did have a year off for the war. Then he went back, played 2 more years with Philadelphia in 1919 through 1920, and then finished his career with the Cincinnati Reds in 1921 through 1933. So there we have it. The 4 Hall of Famers for 1963. Now we'll move on to 1962. Which we have 4 Hall of Fame inductees: Bob Feller, Bill McKechnie, Jackie Robinson, and Ed Rush. Okay, pop in the chat. Looks like everybody's just listening to the history lesson as I continue on here. Hopefully you guys are appreciating me making sure I didn't miss any of the Hall of Famers in our series of Hall of Fame inductees through the years. Alright, we're going to start off 1962 with Bob Feller. Most people out there probably heard about Bob Feller. Let's hear his bio for his Hall of Fame induction. Robert William Andrew Feller was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1962. His primary team was the Cleveland Indians, and his primary position was a pitcher. It wasn't until you hit against him that you knew how fast he really was, until you saw with your own eyes that ball jumping at you, said Ted Loynes. Bob Feller began his major league journey in 1936 at the age of 17, fresh off his family's farm in Van Meter, Iowa. It was during his rookie season that Feller earned the nickname Rapid Robert because of his devastating fastball and high strikeouts total. He made his first major league start in August, striking out 15 St. Louis Browns a month later. He set an American League rookie record, fanning 17 Philadelphia Athletics in a game. Upon completion of his rookie campaign, Feller returned home to Iowa and finished his senior year of high school. His graduation was covered by NBC Radio. Alright, Feller really began to hit his stride after his 19th birthday, rattling off a string of 3 straight 20-win seasons. It was during this time that Senators manager Bucky Harris conveyed the following strategy to his players when facing Feller: go up there and hit what you see. If you can't see it, come on back. Just days after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, Feller put aside his 3C draft different status and enlisted in the U.S. Navy. With his selfless act, he gave up nearly 4 seasons of baseball in the prime of his career. But Bob Feller had no regrets. I'm proud of that decision to enlist, Feller said. It was important to serve your country. I didn't worry about losing my baseball career, and we needed to win the war. I wanted to do my part. At the conclusion of the war, Feller returned to the game and picked up right where he left off, averaging more than 19 wins a season over the next 6 years. Bobby Dewar recalled, Bob was just a regular, solid person. He was the same guy all the time. He gave his opinions, and he said what he thought. He didn't hedge around anything. He was one of the top pitchers I saw in my time. He was timed at 100 miles per hour, and he had a real good curveball. You had to always be alert with him. He was a real competitor. At the time of his passing on December 15, 2010, Feller had been a Hall of Famer for more years than anyone in history, having earned election in 1962. Dennis Eckersley summed it up best when he said, "Bob was truly a great American and a great ambassador for the game of baseball. My father made a home plate in the yard, and I'd throw to him over it, but even built me a pitching rubber. When I was 12, he built a ball field on our farm. We fenced off the pasture and put up the chicken wire and the benches and even a little grandstand behind first base. We formed our own team and played other teams from around the community on weekends." And that was said of Bob Feller. And then as far as his career at a glance, he did play in 570 games. He gave up 3,271 hits, 1,557 runs, 3,827 innings pitched, 266 wins, 162 losses, with a winning percentage of .621. He started in 484 games. He had an ERA of 3.25. He had 279 complete games, 44 shutouts. He had a whip of 1.316, 22 saves, 1,384 earned runs gave up, 1,764 walks, and 2,581 strikeouts. Again, he played his total career time with the Cleveland Indians in 1936 to 1941. Then he went off to World War II, where he served for 4 years, and then came back with the Cleveland Indians in 1945 through 1956. So there we have it, our first of our 4 for 1962, Bob Feller. Next up to bat is Bill McKechnie. Bill McKechnie. William Boyd McKechnie, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1962. His primary team was the Cincinnati Reds, and he was a manager. If Bill McKechnie knew one thing from his playing career during the dead ball era, it was that shutting down the opponent's hitters were the key ingredients to winning games. Using pitching and defense as the backbone of his philosophy, McKechnie became a highly successful manager once his playing days were done. McKechnie was first skipper to win pennants in 3 different National League clubs: the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1925, the St. Louis Cardinals in 1928, and the Cincinnati Reds in 1939 and 40. McKechnie's life in professional baseball as a utility infielder for the Pirates in 1907. Though he hit 300 just once in his 11 years on the diamond, he posted a .954 fielding percentage while playing every position on the infield except catcher. But it was on the bench where McKechnie made his biggest impact on the game. After managing the Federal League's Newark Pepper for 102 games in 1915, while still an active player, McKechnie took over a sub-500 Pirates team and guided it to a 53-36 finish, good enough for a third-place overall finish in the National League standards. Under the helm of the quiet McKechnie, the Pirates seemed to instantly improve the play harder, a trend that would continue to each stop on McKechnie's career. Known as Deacon for his unassuming demeanor and regular participation in the church choir, McKechnie molded his clubs into close-knit teams that excelled in tight contests. According to all-star pitcher Johnny Vander Meer, McKechnie knew how to hold to a 1 or 2 run lead better than any other manager. McKechnie's Pirates improved each year from 1922 to 1925, culminating with 95 wins and a World Series title in 1925. 3 years later, McKechnie took control of the Cardinals and immediately led them to the 1928 National League pennant. In the 1930s, McKechnie managed the Boston Braves for 8 seasons before taking over the Cincinnati Reds in 1938, inheriting a team that had finished last in 1937. McKechnie led the Reds to 82 wins in 1938 and National League pennants in 1939 and 40. McKechnie mentioned pitchers Bucky Walters and Paul Derringer and turned them into perennial all-stars. Walters won the National League Most Valuable Player Award in 1939, while Derringer remarked that if a pitcher can't win for Bill McKechnie, he can't win for anybody. Following the lead of their two aces, McKechnie's Reds led the league in team ERA and complete games in 1939 and 40. The Reds claimed their first pennant in 20 years in 1939, then followed up with 100 wins and a World Series victory against the Detroit Tigers in 1940. Walters and Derringer led the way, recording 2 victories apiece in the Fall Classic. With the Reds' October triumph, McKechnie became the first manager in history to win a World Series championship with 2 different teams. He managed for 6 more years in Cincinnati before retiring in 1946 with 1,896 victories. At the time, the second most in National League history, behind only John McGraw. After his managerial career, McKechnie remained in the game as a coach for 5 more seasons, including a 3rd World Series title with the 1948 Cleveland Indians. McKechnie was elected into the Hall of Fame in 1962, and he passed away on October 29, 1965. He knew how to hold on to a 1 or 2 run lead better than any other manager. Again, that was said by Johnny Vandermeer. His career stats and career at a glance: he played in 3,647 games, 1,896 wins, 1,723 losses, and had a .524 winning percentage. All right, during his management career, he managed the Newark Pepper in 1915, the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1922 to 1926, the St. Louis Cardinals in 1928 and 29, the Boston Braves in 1930 to 1937, and the Cincinnati Reds in 1938 to 1946. So there we have it, our second inductee for 1962. Next up to bat, everybody knows this next one, Jackie Robinson, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1962. Jack Roosevelt Robinson, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1962. Primary team was the Brooklyn Dodgers, and his primary position was second baseman. A life is not important except in the impact it has on other lives, Jackie Robinson once said. The impact Jackie Robinson made on Major League Baseball is one that will be forever remembered. On April 15th each season, every team in the majors celebrates Jackie Robinson Day in honor of when he broke the color barrier in baseball, becoming the first African-American player in the 20th century to take the field in the big leagues. He opened the door for many others and will forever be honored for his contribution to the game. Robinson stood up for equal rights even before he did so in baseball. He was arrested and court-martialed while he was serving in the Army for refusing to move to the back of a segregated bus. He eventually was acquitted of the charges and received an honorable discharge. Then he started his professional baseball career. Originally a shortstop, Robinson played for the Kansas City Monarchs of the Negro Leagues until Brooklyn Dodgers general manager Branch Rickey tabbed him as the player who would integrate the big leagues. Rickey wanted Robinson not only for his talent and style of play, but also because of his demeanor. He knew Robinson would have to endure mental and physical abuse, and Rickey wanted him to handle it without fighting back. Robinson endured teammates and crowds who opposed his presence and threats to himself and his family with honor and grace. Robinson joined the Montreal Royals, the Dodgers' top farm team, in 1946 and led the International League with a .349 average and 40 stolen bases. He earned a promotion to the Dodgers and made his Major League debut on April 15th, 1947 as Brooklyn's first baseman. It was the most eagerly anticipated debut in the annals of the national pastime. Authors Robert Lipsky and Pete Levine wrote, it represented both the dream and fear of equal opportunity, and it would change forever the complexion of the game and the attitudes of Americans. At the end of his first season, Robinson was named the winner of the inaugural Baseball Writers Association of America's Rookie of the Year award. He was named the National League MVP just 2 years later in 1949, and when he led the league in hitting with a .342 average and steals with 37, while also notching a career-high 124 RBIs. The Dodgers won 6 pennants in Robinson's 10 seasons and captured the 1955 World Series title. Robinson retired with a .311 batting average, 947 runs scored, 1,518 hits, and 197 stolen bases over 10 seasons. He remained active in the game as an announcer and also lent his support to many societal causes. Okay. Jackie Robinson made my success possible, said David Martin Luther King Jr. Without him, I would never have been able to do what I did. Robinson was elected into the Hall of Fame in 1962, and he passed away on October 24th, 1972. He could hit and bunt and steal and run. He had intimidating skills, and he burned with a dark fire, said Arthur Roger Kahn. His career stats and career at a glance: he played in 1,382 games. He had 4,877 at-bats, scored 947 runs, 1,518 hits, 273 doubles, 54 triples, 137 home runs, 734 RBIs, 197 stolen bases. He walked 740 times. He had a career batting average of .311, OPS of 883, on-base percentage of .409, and a slugging percentage of .474. During his playing career, he played for the Kansas City Monarchs in 1945, and then the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1947 to 1956. Oops, I didn't know I had him upside down. Sorry about that. It wasn't on purpose. It was an accident. Sorry there, Ed. All right. You guys were looking at that the whole time. Why didn't somebody mention it to me? Some aren't really looking at the screen. I understand. All right. Our next and last Hall of Famer for 1962. Sorry for having you upside down there, Ed. All the blood was rushing to your head. You were probably getting worried when I was going to turn you back over. All right. So Ed Rush. Ed Rush is our fourth and final Hall of Famer for 1962. Let me get another sip of water quick and we'll go through his induction here. All right, Ed J. Rush, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1962. His primary team was the Cincinnati Reds, and he was a center fielder. Eddie used to take care of the whole outfield, not just center field. He was far and away the best outfielder I ever saw, said Heine Groh. Ed Rush was a .300 hitter in both dead ball and live ball eras, and by the time his 18-year big league career was over, Rush was widely recognized as one of the top batters and outfielders of his time. Rush broke into the majors in 1913 with the White Sox, but when the team sent him back to the minors in 1914, Rush jumped to the Federal League with the Indianapolis Hoosiers, hitting .325 in 74 games. The team moved to Newark in 1915 to become the Pepper, and the 22-year-old Rush hit .298 with 28 steals in 145 games. After the demise of the Federal League, following the 1915 season, the New York Giants manager John McGraw purchased Rush's contract for the 1916 season. But Rush and McGraw did not get along, and on July 20th, with Rush batting .188, McGraw sent future Hall of Famer Rush to Christy Mathewson and Bill McKechnie to the Reds in exchange for Buck Herzog and Red Killefer. In Cincinnati, Rush blossomed. He captured the National League batting title in his first full season as a Red in 1917 with a .341 average. He won a second batting title in 1919 by hitting .321, missing the 1918 crown by falling just 2 points short of Zach Wheat's .335 average. In 1919, Rush helped the Reds defeat the infamous Black Sox in the World Series by scoring 6 runs and recording 7 RBIs in the 8-game series. On the field, Rush was well known for playing the game with a hard-nosed style, even by the standards of the era. Growing up on a farm in Indiana, he developed extraordinary strength in his arms and hands, allowing him to wield a 48-ounce bat, one of the heaviest ever used. Rush used an unusual hitting technique where he would move his feet after the pitcher released the ball, allowing him to adjust his swing and hit the ball to different parts of the field. He firmly believed that hitters shouldn't hesitate to position themselves differently in batter's box, depending on the pitcher. He was also an excellent defensive center fielder. From 1920 to 1925, Rush averaged .346 at the plate. Following the 1926 season, the Reds traded him back to the Giants, this time in another swap of future Hall of Famers, with George High Pockets Kelly going to the Reds. Rush signed a 3-year contract worth $70,000 and hit .304 over those 3 seasons, but injuries limited him to 301 total games. He sat out the 1930 season in a dispute over salary, returning to the Reds in 1931 for a final campaign. Rush finished his career with a 2,376 hits, 1,099 runs scored, and 268 stolen bases. Rush was elected to the Hall of Fame in 1962. He passed away on March 21st, 1988. Eddie used to take care of the whole outfield, not just center field. He was far and away the best outfielder I ever saw, said, again, teammate Heine Groh. His career stats and career at a glance: he played in 1,967 games, 7,363 at-bats, 1,099 runs, 2,376 hits, 339 doubles, 182 triples. He had 68 home runs, 981 RBIs, 268 stolen bases, 484 walks. He had a batting average of .323, an OPS of .815, on-base percentage of .369, and a slugging percentage of .446. He played for the following teams in his career: from 1913 to 1931, Chicago White Sox in 1913, the Indianapolis Hoosiers in 1914, 1915, the Newark Peppers, New York Giants in 1916, then 1916 through 26, the Cincinnati Reds, the New York Giants from 1927 to 1929, and then he ended his career in Cincinnati in 1931. So there you have it, our 4th and final Hall of Famer for 1962. So next week, next Friday, we will have our next group of Hall of Famers. And I do have this one right. Next week, we'll highlight Max Carey with the Pittsburgh Pirates and Billy Hamilton with the Philadelphia Phillies. So that's the two Hall of Famers that we will have up to bat next year. What do we got here? All right. Nothing new in the chat. We still do have 6 people watching. I'm going to go ahead and put these off to the side here and get ready for our second part of the stream here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me just kind of put these back in order here. Feller and then flick. So when I put them back in my binder, Rice, Rixey, Robinson, and Rush. There we go. Alright, so those are ready. I'm going to realign my stands here so we can get these ready. For our stars and stripes here. Let me see if I can get these stands pretty much lined up here to display any good cards that we get here. Well, I might be able to put most of them up there, we'll see. But hopefully you guys are having a great day, and we are going to get into gripping and ripping. Let's see. Get this back here. Here, hold on. Let me see if I can scroll this in here and get the stands somewhat ready. Of course, you can probably see in the background here my John Olerud card that I opened up yesterday in the stream. You can probably see it back in the archives in the back there. That's my newest. That was my first through the mail autograph I did for John Olerud. I've always thought this would have been a cool card to get autographed. It was nice getting the bat relic for him, the piece of the game used bat, John Olerud for the Seattle Mariners. So that's why I put it in a prominent one touch there. This is from a trying to remember what year this card was. Hold on, let me 2000. There we go. I guess you could say it was a Y2K card. A 2000 card. You have received a John Olerud game-used bat trading card from the Upper Deck Company. On the front of this card is an authentic piece of a bat used by John Olerud in an official MLB game. We hope you enjoy this piece of MLB history as we at Upper Deck Company, LLC, continue to keep you as close as you can get. Well, I just made this card closer than you can get by getting him to autograph the card too. So that was not only one of his game-used bats, but he autographed it for me and did it in a sweet spot. I like that. So that's why that's prominently displayed kind of right in the back here. Put it right in the center there. You can kind of see that. Actually, let me move it over here a little bit. Don't want to block Ethan off there. Let me move these stands a little bit over there. How's that sound? And then these stands can go right there, and we will get ready to open up this USA baseball. All right. Do we still have people watching the stream? Probably just watching while you're working on this Friday. Hopefully you guys are having a great Friday. Again, real quick, I'm just going to throw it out there right now. I'll try and put everything into position and set everything up so I can show you. But tomorrow I'm hoping I can sell some more. Again, I've got 5 more left of my mystery baseball packs. Okay, my mystery baseball packs are $29.95 plus $4 flat shipping. If you guys would like, I'm going to try and sell my last 5 bags tomorrow. If you do want to reserve one in case they do sell out, that'll be my extra bonus Saturday sale this month. Will just be some mystery baseball packs. But yeah, if you want, I will open one of these again in these mystery baseball packs. You will get 1 graded card, 1 autograph card, 1 rookie card, okay, 1 relic or patch or medallion card, 1 SSP, SP or serialized card, 2 Hall of Fame player cards, and then 5 cards from each of those, the junk, or let me start at the bottom here, the vintage cards from 1950s to 70s, the junk wax era cards from the 1980s to 1990s, and then of course everything from the 2000s up to date. All right, and that's what we will highlight and do tomorrow. But I will not be doing my stream until, oh, what numbers are left there, Robert? 1, 2, 4, 6, and 8. 1, 2, 4, 6, and 8 are the ones that are left. So I will be doing those tomorrow. I'll be opening those, and it'll probably be, I'm going to shoot for 1 o'clock. But I'll give you a little heads up. It'll probably be between about 1 and 2 o'clock. So as soon as I know, if I do find myself running late at church, getting ready to get home in the afternoon, I will edit the live stream in there if I'm able to while I'm at my event, and just kind of change that so that will work out. So if you do want to buy one of these mystery packs for tomorrow, okay, Robert wants to reserve number 8. Okay, number 8 will be yours, Robert. I'm going to put your name on it right now, so I will know that that one's reserved for Robert tomorrow. Okay. All right. Number 8 is reserved for Robert. All right, Robert, I've got you for number 8. So for those others that are interested, boom. Robert Posada. Don't worry, it says Posada there. I can read my own writing. All right, so we got 1, 2, 4, and 6. 4 more spots left for tomorrow's break. Okay. So, and then also in line with that, you can still reserve spots for our 2020 Red, White, and Blue Mystery Packs Series 1 Summer Edition that will be premiering on the 4th of July. Okay, and then the Summer Edition will continue until sold out. If it is sold out in a reasonable time, I will come out with a 2020 Red, White, and Blue Mystery Pack Series 2 for my, I'll probably call it my Fall Edition. Okay, Red, White, and Blue. And of course, the ones that are reserved so far on that is number 3 for Chuck Dupree. Number 5 for Robert Posada. All right. And then number 13 for Chuck Dupree. Number 25 for Robert Hone. And then number 43 for Chuck Dupree. Chuck has 3 so far. And he has a red one, a white one, and a blue one. Because that's what Chuck wanted. He wanted a red, white, and blue. So I kind of did a minor edit there on his so that he'll get his red, white, and blue. All right. So again, we will do. Oh, you can send it tomorrow during the stream. That's fine there, Robert. You don't have to send it now, or either way you want to do it. Okay. And again, for these, it'll just be a $4 flat shipping. Okay. Whether you buy 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 of them. All right. It'll just be a one-time flat shipping fee. So however you want to do that, you're already reserved, so nobody will get your spot for tomorrow. Unless, of course, during the stream you don't pay for it. Just teasing there, Robert. I can count on you. You're one of my faithful subscribers and supporters, that's for sure. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. We're going to get into opening up our USA Baseball. See what cards we pull out of this one. Okay? So let me see if I can score this without making a humongous mess here. Alright, I think I got it scored enough. I saw it kind of ripping there. But we'll go ahead and open this on the channel real quick and see what we can pull out of this product here. Again, it's a 2020 USA Baseball Stars and Stripes Panini, 35 cards per box. And it does say you can find 2 autographs or memorabilia cards per box on average. Okay? It says look for on-card autographs from some of the top prospects in baseball. Look for jumbo patches and more from the hottest names in the game. Okay? Then, of course, on the bottom here, I think we've got our odds listed. Okay? Gives you what your different odds are on there if you want. I'll zoom in on that. So if you guys want to look at that later and check that out. There are 100 cards, including 97 base and 3 checklists. Okay, so it's not a very big card set. It's a 100 card set. But we're going to go ahead and open these up here. Alright, we've got the packs in here. Show you the box is empty there. I'm going to set this off to the side here. And we will open these up here. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 packs. Alright. Alright. So let's see. Where do we got? There, we got space right here. I'm going to put these packs right off to the side here. This will be my first time opening packs with my new camera setup, that's for sure. In case you guys didn't know, I used to have a tripod that was sitting right about here. So I could not go in front because my hand would hit the tripod, so I always had to go around this way. But now I can kind of go the other way. And pretty much now I can cross my hands here and reach over there and reach over there, and a lot more free space here now. Alright, let me refresh my chats here so I know where I left off on the chat, in case it starts scrolling while I'm not paying attention to my chat. But we will continue on here. I've got 7 thumbs up, and we've got 6 people watching, so let's see what we can grip and rip and get out of these packs. Of course, okay, I'm not going to play this game. I do like the way these are secure packaging for sure, but it makes it hard sometimes for opening the packages. And I don't want to damage the cards for sure. Again, a lot of these are college cards. And there we go. Alright, so we've got 15U national team. Tamar Johnson. Okay, Tamar Johnson. Uh-oh. We've got our first hit there. I'm going to save that one for last for now. We've got our first hit. Maybe we'll get a hot box. Alright, let's see. What do we got here? Let's see. I'm going to... Oh, my word. Sorry, I cheated on that one. Had to turn it around and do it this way. Alright, so we got these shiny cards here first. I didn't think they were all shiny. But 15U national team, Luis Rodriguez. Alright, Pete Crow Armstrong, 18U national team. And then our next one here is Stars and Stripes 2020, Collegiate national team, Logan Allen. Logan Allen. And it looks like we've got our hit next. Let me see who we've got here. Casey Opitz. Casey Opitz. Sorry, I need to put it over here more so I can get it. And it looks, oh wow, it is a jumbo patch for sure. A jumbo patch for sure for Casey Opitz. Let me see what we got here about Casey. Just collegiate national team. Jumbo patch. That enclosed is a game-worn used material guaranteed by Panini Incorporated. So that is a jumbo patch for sure on that one. That is humongous. I'll just say it that way. That is humongous. Let me get that into a penny sleeve here real quick. Keep that one nice. Okay. Boom. Nice jumbo patch. Big white patch. That's for sure. Big white swatch. Cardinals fan 1990 is back. All right. Going into pack number 2 here. Of course, in our first pack we opened up, we got the jumbo patch. That might be one of our 2 hits that we get here. We'll see what happens here. Let's move into pack number 2 here. Looks like this one definitely is a normal pack. 5 cards. Let's see who we got here. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we got the base. Casey Opitz. I'm going in the wrong spot here. I got to get over this way to be in the center. Casey Opitz, the same one we got the jumbo patch on. Here, let me slide that over a little bit there. And let's put Casey Opitz here. Match that up with his jumbo patch there. That's a pretty cool little set there. Might give me a thought on what to do for those 2. All right, let's see who we got next here. Max Radzik, 18U national team. All right, then we got Adley Rutschman, collegiate national team. Then next up to bat here, we got Zach Thompson, USA Baseball, jersey number 50. And Colton Cowser. Again, I don't know many of these. Might get a name that might pop out at us here. All right, but Colton Cowser, collegiate national team, is our 5th and final card there. So we kind of got 2 hits. We got a pair now of Casey Opitz, his big jersey swatch there, and his base card in the set. Okay, moving on to pack number 3. Gonna just trim off the top here. Had to feel and make sure I wasn't gonna nip into any of the cards there. That would be messed up if I cut up a good card or somebody that ended up being in the majors, right? That would be messed up. Oh my word. All right, gotta do this real quick. All right, we got our second hit here. That looked like a nice one. Sorry, I know. It's kind of defeats the purpose of taking it off screen, but trust me, I'm only turning it over so I can do a reveal of the hit. It's kind of weird that way, isn't it? Ben Hernandez, 18U national team. Kind of defeats the purpose of opening them and seeing what comes out of the pack. I know that. But trust me, it's nice to do kind of like a reveal. So Ben Hernandez, 18U national team. Okay, I'm going to set this one being the 3rd pack right here. We'll just keep adding the base cards in here. C.J. Abrams, 18U national team, Stars and Stripes. Jeff Criswell. Okay, so Zach Thompson, 1st round draft pick for the St. Louis Cardinals. All right. So Jeff Criswell, collegiate national team. And then we've got card number 4 here is collegiate national team Heston Kjerstad. I'm going to say I think it's Kjerstad. Kjerstad. All right. And our hit is a Trevor Haskins sticker auto. It looks like that's how he signs his name, just TH. And it is a boom. A short print, 197 out of 199. That would have been even cooler if it was 199 out of 199. But we'll take a 197 out of 99. Let me get that in a penny sleeve real quick here. We'll get that into a nicer holder a little bit later. But boom, there's our 2 hits. Trevor Haskins with the silhouettes. All right, 16U NTDP, auto and memorabilia. All right, let's move on to pack number 4. I'm thinking probably the last 4 packs will just have base cards in them, but we'll see what happens here. Go through the... It's kind of good to cut through the seam there, that way you just rip it straight across after that, see? Boom. For those that do like to do it that way. Alright, now we've got our next 5 cards here. We put these up here. Alright. So this one is Reed Detmer's collegiate national team with the USA Baseball. Then we've got Justin Foscue. Oh, boom, there's one of our checklist cards there. Collegiate national team 2019 checklist. They number these checklist cards? Oh, this one is card number 1. Lists the first 35 cards. Cool card nonetheless, the checklist card. All right, and then we've got Jack Bulger, or Bulger, 18U national team. And then we've got Asa Lacy. I think I've heard this name before. Asa Lacy, collegiate national team. Cool card of Asa Lacy there. All right, moving on to pack number 5. All right, moving on to pack number 5 here. Moving on to pack number 5 in the house. All right. So Matthew Matthias, or no. How do you... Matthew... Is it Matthew Matthias? No, that's a weird spelling there. Or is that... Is that a typo? Or... Matthew... Matthias? I don't know how you would say that name for sure. Matthew Jesus. Interesting spelling sometimes in some of these people. Garrett Mitchell, collegiate national team. And then we've got Tyler Soderstrom, 18U national team. All right, and then we've got here Ethan McElvain, 15U national team. Camden Disney in the house. How have you been, Camden Disney? Yes, it has been a while since I've seen you. I have been doing great, Camden. Miss seeing you in the channel and stuff. Glad to see you back, even if it's for a one-time only visit. Do appreciate seeing you here. As soon as I finish off these USA Baseball Stars and Stripes, I will go over what I'm going to be doing tomorrow on my Saturday stream. But I appreciate Camden Disney. It has been so long since I've seen you. A blast from the past. Appreciate you being here, though. So this one's Ethan McElvain. All right, 15U national team. And then card number 5 in this pack is Brennan Malone with the 18U national team. All right, see if I can just scooch some of these up here to make a little bit more room on the stand. And the same with this one here, because actually here, let me see if I can put those up there. And since I'm going to be putting my next pack on this rack here, all right, getting ready to open pack number 6. No, it's just nice to see you again, Camden. Nice to see some of the people that used to frequent my streams back in the day. And seeing some people coming back just brings back memories of the good old days when I used to get higher numbers. But you know what? It doesn't matter if, like I said, if I have one person in, if I don't have anybody in my live stream, it still will make me happy to just produce the content and put it up on the screen. So here is pack number 6 here. Again, I think we got both our hits, but let's see who we get here. Duke Ekstrom. Ekstrom with the 15U national team. Then we've got Chris Mahone. Chris Mahone. The name McMahon or McMahon. Mahone. Why'd I say Mahone? McMahon. All right. College at national team. Oh, we got a short print card. That's kind of like an extra hit here. Kind of hard to see. Oh, it didn't look like the ink got printed because I guess it's not a short print, but it is still another short print, so I'd consider that a third hit. It's card number 187 out of 249. Will Wilson. Will Wilson. So that is a short print. Let me take a break real quick here and put this in a penny sleeve. The only reason I have these two here is because Casey Opitz was our large swatch memorabilia, and then we got the base of Casey Opitz. So let me set this one right here as a short print card. No, it's going to want to fall there. Sorry, Casey, I'm going to have to put him right there like that. How's that sound? I'll put that other short print there. All right. I don't know how many boxes they made here, but it is a serialized card. So, I mean, we did get our auto. We did get an auto memorabilia, and we did get a memorabilia big swatch, large patch there, and a short print card. So that's pretty cool. And then Reed Detmers, college at national team. So it looks like there's 3 different teams that are featured in this product. And then Corbin Carroll, 18U national team, Corbin Carroll. All right, now let's get ready. Just been busy with school the last few months, and that it's over. I'll be at more streams. Well, I do appreciate that there, Camden. Appreciate your support, and hopefully things went well in finishing out your school year. Hopefully you did well. So let's go through and get pack number 7 out of the way here. And this will finish off our box here. All right, our blaster box of USA Baseball. This one's Colton Wamblis. Okay, with 15U national team. Get a little shaky there. Let me continue through here. Bryson Stott, collegiate national team. Then we've got Cade Cavilli. That name rings a bell too. Cade Cavilli. Riley Green. Let's see what that was. Collegiate national team. And then the 18U national team, Riley Green. And our last card in the box, 18U national team, Hunter Haas. USA Baseball. So that is our, I'll go through and give a highlight here. Let me just move Casey Opitz out of the way right here for now. Actually, I'll put him on right behind the swatch here. So we did get, I consider this a bonus of a third hit, a short print card. It's just a serialized, but 187 out of 249 for Will Wilson. All right, we got the Casey Opitz large swatch, whatever you want to call it there. And let me put this other Casey Opitz. No, I'm going to do something different with that one. So put that Casey Opitz right behind the big swatch there. Scoot that up a little bit more. And then, of course, I guess you could say the bigger hit was Trevor Haskins. Hopefully he does well and comes up into the majors. 197 out of 199 with a sticker auto and a big red swatch there from the red type shirt that he's wearing there. Trevor Haskins. So that is a cool looking card there. So that highlights all of our cards there real quick. Other than that, that's pretty much all that I did have for today. We did have a plus, but I didn't see anybody that ended up buying one of my mystery packs yet. So if somebody did want me to open up a mystery pack online here, we could do that. All you need to do is, let me make sure I get this in the screen here. There we go. If I hold it right here, you guys can see it. My PayPal address is kjvrealbaptist@aol.com. And if you would want to buy one of these mystery baseball packs that I'm selling on my channel, I sold the first 5 of these out of my first Saturday of the month sales that I do now. I do it once a month. I do my first Saturday of the month. So my next scheduled sale will be the 4th of July, and that'll be my Red, White, and Blue Series 1 mystery packs, and I'll go over that in just a second here. But for the mystery baseball packs, it is $29.95 for the remaining preview mystery packs that I have left. I knocked the shipping price down from $5 to $4 flat shipping. So no matter how many mystery packs you might buy, pretty much all you would have to do is just pay $4 shipping. So you could PayPal me $33.95, and that would be awesome. And I would open this mystery pack on air in front of everybody. The contents in these mystery packs includes 1 graded card, 1 autograph card, 1 rookie card, 1 relic or patch or medallion card, 1 SSP or SP serialized card, 2 Hall of Fame player cards, and then 5 cards from each of these eras down here. The 1950s to 70s, you'd get 5 vintage cards. 1980s to 90s, you'd get 5 of the junk wax era cards. And then from the 2000s to 2020, you would get 5 cards from that era also. Okay, so all in all, you get 22 cards for $29.95 plus the shipping, $33. So if I'd have to get a new average, but for the $29.95 for the cards, not including the shipping, it would be about $1.30 a card. So you do the math. I think that's a pretty good deal. And just so you do know, about 80 to 90% of the cards that are in the choices and the selections here are star players. Okay, so it's not too many uncommon or unknown players in baseball. So all you have to do is PayPal me. Once I receive a PayPal payment, then I would get that. And pretty much the spots I do have left, if you want it today or tomorrow, for tomorrow already, Robert Posada signed up for mystery bag number 8, but I have mystery bag number 1, 2, 4, and 6 that are available for sale. But if you don't want to do it today and you want to join up tomorrow, time to get funky. John S. Time to get funky. All right. But if you do want to just reserve one and then pay for it and have me open it tomorrow, I will be doing an afternoon stream tomorrow. I'm going to try and do it at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then, so after 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, that would be 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So whatever time zone you're in, because I have usually I do my streams at 10:30 in the morning, but tomorrow I do have a church event. It's a father-son breakfast at our church, so we will be doing that. So that is the mystery baseball packs that I have available, and we'll primarily be doing them tomorrow, but if I received a payment today, I could get this today's mystery pack sent out. If not today, tomorrow for sure it would go in the mail to you. So I do not take my good old time. I do get things out pretty promptly. Okay? So other than that, this is also, if you do want to sign up for this, it gives you a little bit more time to think about it at least. You can reserve a spot for my 2020 Red, White, and Blue Mystery Pack Series number 1 Summer Edition that will be coming out on the 4th of July for my 4th of July sale. Okay, and you can reserve a spot. You do not have to pay until the sale on the 4th of July. But if you do want to reserve a spot, these are the ones that are open. You can see where they're blank. So far, I have 5 reserved spots for my Red, White, and Blue Mystery Packs Series 1 Summer Edition. They are numbered 1 through 51. And so far, I have 43 reserved for Chuck Dupree. I have number 25 reserved for Robert Hone, and then 13 for Chuck Dupree, 5 for Robert Posada, and number 3 for Chuck Dupree. So all you have to do is let me know if you want one of these spots reserved, and I will write your name on here and then update my listing on my computer. And that way people will know when spots have already been reserved and or paid for. You can prepay for it, and then what I would do is on the right hand side here I will mark that it has been paid. Okay, so I would mark that it has been paid. So other than that, I can't really think of anything else to discuss for sure. Again, tomorrow, in lieu of, and I'll have it scheduled up here shortly. But yeah, that's my plans for tomorrow's live stream. We'll be trying to sell my last remaining 4 mystery packs. And once they are sold out, then I will be in full production. Do I get a free one for my birthday? I don't know about that there, John. But, maybe I could throw in some bonus ones if you decided you wanted to buy one. How's that sound, John? John S. Trying to remember if you've been... Trent's in the house. How you doing there, Trent? Thanks for stopping by here. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for being in the live stream today there, Trent. Do appreciate you being here. But, that would be a pretty pricey little gift for a retired person. But it sure does sound good from your standpoint, right? Hey, okay. So other than that, I can get ready to do my signature sign-off. And we can roll on for today. I did my content. I did get it up over an hour. We're almost to the 2-hour mark here. But I'm going to get ready to sign off here. But I do appreciate you guys being here. And if you did miss the earlier content, again, I had to do an update on last week's Hall of Fame Friday for the 1963 inductees. I missed 3. I had my settings wrong when I did my search. And it was only giving me St. Louis Cardinals Hall of Famers, so I had to adjust it. I was thinking, wait, I thought I had only 1 this week, too, because I had the wrong parameters when I was getting something ready for one of my Patreon packages that I sent out earlier this month. So other than that, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around real quick, say my signature goodbye to you guys, and then we will get on with our day. All right, so let me lower this down just a little bit here. This has been Donald Blomdahl, Hall of Fame veteran, sports cards and collectibles, and I have been live with you again for our Hall of Fame Friday video series. Again, 1963 was last week. I did a recap and had to finish off the ones I missed from last week. And then today we did the 1962 Hall of Famers. So next week for my Hall of Fame Friday, it will be the 1961 Hall of Fame inductees. And then other than that, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to sign off for today. Again, this has been Donald Blomdahl, Hall of Fame veteran, sports cards and collectibles, having been live to you on this Hall of Fame Friday. So tomorrow we'll see you 1 p.m. for possible sales. I know I got one that Robert said he's going to buy tomorrow. He's got number 8 reserved. So if you guys do want, after I sign off here, if you decide you want to buy one of those, just send me an email, okay? When do I open up the packages? I'll be opening them up tomorrow at right about 1 p.m. in the afternoon, Pacific Standard Time. So that's when I'll be doing that. So again, if you do want, all you have to do is you can reserve the spot. If you want, I'll reserve a spot for you right now. I have number 1, number 2, number 4, and number 6 mystery packs still available. And then once these do sell out, then I'll have my full production line going into effect. Robert is out for delivery, so you should be getting yours today or tomorrow. Robert is out for delivery, so you should be getting yours today or tomorrow. Oh, is that the package that you sent to me? I think I remember you saying you had sent me a package. So yeah, I will check. I know I'm expecting a couple packages today. We'll see what comes in. And if I get a chance, I'll go out to my business address and try and check there also. Okay? So, but yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to sign off here. We do have 12 o'clock noon. It's almost lunchtime with my wife here soon. So other than that, you guys have a great and wonderful day. Oh, and then if I do get a family mail call package from you there, Trent, I will open it tomorrow in the stream. All right? If I get it tomorrow and it's after the video, it'll probably be next Tuesday. But if it says it's out for delivery, I'll most likely get it today. And then I will open it up tomorrow, probably before we do our sale tomorrow, okay? Yeah, oh, no problem. That's what I figured you meant, okay? It was fun while I was here. Take care, Donald. No problem. All right. So you guys have a great and wonderful day, and we will be seeing you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. And hopefully we'll open up some more of these mystery packs. Okay? We'll see if some people buy them. All right? You guys take care and have a wonderful and blessed weekend if I don't see you through the weekend. And again, after tomorrow, my next week's schedule will start on Tuesday. Again, Tuesday is my player biographies. Wednesday is my Topps baseball card sets. Thursdays my baseball team histories, and Fridays is my Hall of Fame Friday, and Saturdays are always whatever ends up getting scheduled, except for the first Saturday of every month is my regularly scheduled sales. Okay, so you guys take care and have a wonderful and blessed day. put this back down here. Get ready to sign off.